So guys, I would be talking now about the process of asylum in South Cyprus. All right. For those of you who would be moving to South Cyprus, this is the process of asylum, detailed process, all right, of asylum. What you need to know from the beginning till the last stage. All right. So I will be talking about basically 7 steps involved. All right, if you see me looking down here, I'm looking at something. I actually jot down some information, useful information, so that I give you what is on ground. All right, for those of you who will be moving to South Cyprus, like I said before, Cyprus before was one, and something happened around 1974, 75, 76 between Turkey and the split occurred. All right, some of the people, the indigens from North Cyprus, ran away to South, or let me say, Cyprus now was into two, all right, divided into two, with one part in Europe and the other part not in Europe, which is North Cyprus, which is controlled by Turkey. Now, going further, the process of asylum in South Cyprus is somehow not complicated, but if you must seek asylum, you have to be patient, all right? And sometimes you may get the document, and sometimes, if not ever, you may not get the document, all right? But remember, everything in life, you need to put in time, energy, money, all right? Or let me say, perseverance in order for you to get it. So the 6 steps involved for asylum in South Cyprus include the confirmation letter. First, you need a confirmation letter. Secondly, you need what is called material benefits, all right? Thirdly, you need a medical exam or examination, all right? Fourth, you need an alien registration certificate, all right, which is going to still come from the asylum office, all right. I hope you understand me. Then the other document you need is a medical card, all right. Remember, you took a medical exam before, all right, where your x-ray, chest x-ray, and your blood samples, or your blood sample was collected to run some tests, being it HIV, meningitis, or hepatitis, whichsoever one. I don't know, I've never seek asylum before, all right, but that is let me say some of the tests that will be conducted. You have a medical certificate, or let me say a medical card, all right. You get a job, that is the 6th point. Asylum decision is taken, 7th point, and of course the asylum interview, all right. You will need to get an interview first before the decision is taken. Now, to elaborate more about the asylum stuff, remember I said you need a confirmation letter, and for you to seek asylum in South Cyprus, first of all, what you need to do is you need to contact the immigration office. All right, contact the immigration office and tell them you want to seek asylum. They are going to give you an application form for you to fill it. All right, when you fill the application form clean and legit, all right, you are now going to give them your fingerprint with photos. They are going to take photos of you. Then you give them your fingerprint, already your thumbprint. Remember, I have always said in those my other videos about asylum on this particular YouTube channel that you must give your fingerprint, and that is the fingerprint that is going to hold you back not to move anyhow in Europe. I hope you understand me. So that is what you need to know. The other thing you need to do is, after you have given your fingerprint and the photos, then the confirmation letter is now like a document for you, your first document as an asylum seeker. Remember, that is the document you feel that you are applying for asylum. Now, on the confirmation letter, you will find a certain number, or let me say some digits, on a certain position called F number. All right, that F number is the document you are using, and that is the ID document you will be using for the meantime. All right, because remember, you don't have an identity card, so you will be using the F number for the meantime as an asylum seeker. And this confirmation letter, you can now apply for material benefit, which is the second part I mentioned on this same video, or when I started talking about this same topic. All right, so when you apply for material benefits, the next thing you still need that confirmation letter to apply for your medical exam. Remember, I mentioned x-ray, chest x-ray before. All right, there is another test you need to conduct, or you need to undertake, or let me say a series of tests. They will take your chest x-ray. Of course, they are going to take your blood sample. Maybe a tuberculosis test will be run on them, an HIV test, a hepatitis test, all right, and so many other tests which I may not know. They may not run all of them, and very few may be done, or let me say. But before I even continue, there was one time a subscriber came to me asking, what if these tests are done on you and you are positive in any of them? So I told the subscriber that for the other tests, I think things like hepatitis, tuberculosis, if you have them, you may be given to a specialist, or you will be referred to a specialist or a hospital or something. All right, but for HIV, I don't think they will keep you. I am not very sure. I still need to find out. Okay, so that is what you need to know. Then the next document you will need is the alien registration certificate. The alien registration certificate is simply like let me say a document you get from the immigration office, all right, or the immigration police. They are the ones to issue this document, and on this document, from you to get this document, you need to use your medical certificate, right? Because remember, it's step-by-step application. You need to use your medical certificate to get the alien registration certificate. And remember, for you, or let me say, the immigration need photos, your address, your telephone number, all right, in order. The immigration police, that is what I mean, they need your address, your photos, your telephone number before they can issue you this alien certificate I'm talking about. And the alien certificate is the best document among all these documents. I'm not saying the other documents are not useful, but it is a very good document for you to get. And after that, the next thing you need is a medical card, and each asylum seeker must obtain or needs a medical card. And each asylum seeker again has access to free medical care in South Cyprus. I do not know about the policies in UK, Germany, and some other countries, maybe the United States, but I know that every asylum seeker has free access to medical care, all right, irrespective of where you are. If you are sick, you go to the hospital, you present your medical card, and you will be treated for free. Of course, they are going to refer you to the hospital. Of course, they are going to refer you to the specialist in case, all right. So that is what you need to know. And again, for you to get, or let me say, for you to apply for the medical card, you need your confirmation letter and the alliance registration put together. It's like, from what I understood, is that you cannot skip a particular document and obtain another one. All right, for you to go higher, you need to get documents from below to get the other ones from above. You understand? You get a document from here, you obtain a document from here, you obtain a document from here, you get another one above it. All right, so that is how asylum is. Now, when you get the asylum or let me say the alien registration card, you get your medical card, you are now free to apply for a job, or you look for a job. All right, remember, you must look for a job, but remember, you must get a job. All right, you will take these documents and you will go now into the streets or into the city or into the environment. You look for your job. All right, in case you don't find a job, but before then, when you are looking for the job, remember, your employer needs a particular set of documents in order to employ you. All right, and you have a limitation, a job limitation. You have to go. You can't go to, let me say, you can't apply or you can't be employed for certain jobs, all right, in certain locations. That is what I know. And again, your employer needs certain documents in order to employ you, all right, for you to work with him or her or the company. I hope you understand. Then, in case you don't find a job, all right, in case you don't find a job, you have to report to the labor office. All right, you have to get a report, or you have to report to the labor office, and the labor office will now help you look for a job. I hope you understand. If the labor office can't get you a job, all right, if the labor office can't get you a job, they will give you a particular document. Please pay attention to this. If you can't find a job, report to the labor office. If the labor office can't get you a job, they will give you a document or a letter to take to the social welfare. All right, the social welfare office. The social welfare office now, for you to receive, or let me say, for you to be receiving benefits. All right, because if you don't have a job, probably you will not have anything to survive. So if you don't find a job, go to the labor office. The labor office will direct you with a letter to the to submit at the social welfare office for you to be receiving benefits and money, all right, so that you can survive. Somebody came one time asking me again how much asylum seekers are receiving in South Cyprus. Like I told you before, asylum seekers are seriously suffering in South Cyprus. Yes, I say so because I know, alright. A lot of people will come bashing me, but I really don't care. But understand that South Cyprus is not the best, alright. But in case you don't have a choice, consider what you have at hand, alright. But like I said before, if you choose to suffer anywhere, you should take responsibility for your action, alright? Because even in South Cyprus, there are asylum seekers who are living their big life, okay? I hope that is understood. So that is what you need to know. From the labor office now, your case will be in review, alright? And an asylum interview will be conducted, alright? Your file will be sent from the labor office to the asylum office, where you will look where you will appear before the jury or an asylum official, and questions will be asked. All right, you are going to appear before an asylum official and questions will be asked with respect to why you want to seek asylum in our country or in this particular country. So those are some of the things you need to consider. But again, don't forget your reasons for moving to that particular country to seek asylum, all right? Because if you do, that is going to cost you a lot. So, like I said, your case or your file will leave the labor office to the asylum office, all right, where it will be examined, all right. After some time, then you will be called for an interview through a letter or through a telephone call, all right. You will appear before the asylum official and you will present to them why, or you will tell them why you can't go back to your home country, all right. But remember, while your case was in process, you need to write down some of the things so that you don't forget that you will be presenting to the asylum officer. Write down some of the things that happened, write down some of the things that you can remember, write down some of the things, put down supporting documents like journals, news articles, journal papers, alright, review papers, alright, of all the things with evidence to show that you can't go back to your country because of what is going to happen to you, alright. After the interview, or let me say before the interview, this is what you are supposed to do, and when you are going for the interview, you will be called up. You will now appear within or before the asylum officials. You have the right to take a lawyer. You have the right to go alone, all right. The lawyer is not very necessary, but if you need one, you get one. In South Cyprus, if you need a lawyer, you need to pay for his services. I hope you understand. Then while in there, you will now tell the asylum official why you can't go back to your home country. I hope you understand. Then the officials will again request for, let me say, they will request for additional documents, or they may ask you to go home and come back again for another interview. Remember, when you are going for the interview, you have the right to decide who is going to attend to you. If you need a female official to attend to you, you can tell them. If you need a male, you can tell them. If you don't have a problem with gender, you can tell them, all right. They may ask you to come back again after some months, but remember, this process is going to take from 8 to 1 year, all right. In South Cyprus, it's going to take long. It may even take you 2 years and you will still not get results, all right. So you have to be patient, exercise patience when it comes to this, okay. Then, after the interview has been conducted, they will decide if it's possible you are going to get the document. If it is negative, you can't do any other thing, but you have to appeal again for the document. I hope the document now I am talking about is either the card, the asylum document, or whatsoever, or the passport, or the EU passport, or whatsoever document you would be granted. I hope you understand me. So this is basically what you need to do, all right, as an asylum seeker. I hope the video is helpful. If it was, please do not go. As usual, the subscribe button is open. Please click it and make sure you turn on the bell so that when I post a new video like this, you will be the first to watch. Until we meet again in another one. Peace.